Now please welcome contestant number 5, Natali Tjahjadi. Natali Tjahjadi.
Normal people like us carry a bag, but will we let our bag become a baggage? Toastmaster Kheydelix, thank you for sharing that persuasive speech. In this persuasive speech, there are 3 persuasive points that he demonstrated. The first one, foundational phrase. He mentioned it a couple of times. What do you do when the baggage became too heavy? And that anchored in our mind, and we reflected throughout the speech. That was the logos part of his speech. The second thing that he did well was the audience engagement. He asked questions, used humor, and he also create a connection with the audience throughout the speech. And that make us get into him from the get-go. That is the pathos part of his speech. The third thing that he did well was the credibility. He uses statistics, the numbers in the speech. He told us that he is a runner. And then he also showed us the back. That is improving the element of persuasion. And that's the ethos part of the speech. To amplify the persuasive point of his speech related to pathos or emotional connection, allow me to offer you 3 recommendations. The first one is adding poignant pause. Poignant pause is a pause that you use in the most powerful part of the speech to let the emotion sink in. I noticed that in the most powerful part of your speech, you were rushing a little bit. When he asked, do you stop and let it be? And then he continued. My suggestion is to add 1 heartbeat of pause. For example, do you let it be? Do not give up. Keep moving forward. By adding pause, that will amplify the connection and let us experience the emotion. The second thing that I would like to suggest is the gesture alignment. I noticed when he said, running with William, keep moving forward. He was pointing this way, while our eyes as the audience is going this way. So my suggestion is aligning the gestures with the audience point of view. So when you run like William, or when you use the gesture, keep moving forward towards the audience eyes. This will help them align the verbal content with the visual element of your speech. Now, for the third recommendation is memorable closing. The last thing people listen to is the last thing that lasts in their mind. And I believe your speech can amplify the power of persuasion by putting the strongest sentence at the end. So my suggestion is to switch the order. District 87, let's keep moving forward. So one day, we can look back and we say, life is a race well lived. In conclusion, this is a persuasive speech. Toastmaster Kheydelix did well on his foundational phrase, audience engagement and credibility. And when he applied the gestures, the pause, and the closing, I believe this speech will reach a greater height of persuasion. Contest share.